Hello, lone wolves. In the well-trodden landscape of male personality archetypes, two figures dominate popular discourse: the dominant alpha and the submissive beta. But lurking in the shadows exists a third, far more intriguing type: the Sigma male. This rare breed operates outside conventional social hierarchies, neither seeking dominance like the alpha nor craving acceptance like the beta. Sigma males are modern-day nomads of personality, traversing life's terrain on their own terms. Their mystique lies not in what they display publicly, but in how they conduct themselves when the curtains close. While society remains preoccupied with performative masculinity, Sigmas engage in a quiet revolution of self-mastery behind closed doors. This comprehensive examination peels back the layers of the Sigma's private world, revealing 8 distinctive behaviors that shape their extraordinary existence. From obsessive skill acquisition to profound philosophical contemplation, these solitary practices forge men who command respect not through loud proclamations, but through silent competence. 1. The obsessive pursuit of mastery. The insatiable hunger for knowledge. Sigma males are not content with surface-level understanding. Their curiosity is not a fleeting spark, but an unquenchable fire that drives them to master whatever captures their interest. While most people explore new topics with casual curiosity, Sigmas dive in with relentless intensity, absorbing information with a level of focus that borders on obsession. For Sigma, learning is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about full immersion. Whether it's philosophy, technology, combat training, or a niche intellectual pursuit, they refuse to settle for mediocrity. Instead of consuming bite-sized information from social media or rely on others' interpretations, they seek the source, the deeper truths, and the intricate details that most overlook, the hidden labor behind apparent genius. From the outside, a Sigma male's expertise can appear effortless. His ability to play an instrument, speak multiple languages, or solve complex problems might seem like an inherent gift, but the truth is far less mystical. His competence is the result of relentless, unseen effort. That fluent command of a programming language, built through countless sleepless nights of debugging and problem-solving. That seemingly effortless martial arts technique, honed through thousands of repetitions when no one was watching. That well-articulated philosophical argument, crafted from years of deep reading and silent contemplation. To the world, it may look like magic, but for the Sigma, it's simply the inevitable reward of discipline and patience, the methodology of mastery. Unlike the average person who flits from one interest to another, dabbling but never fully committing, the Sigma follows a structured, almost scientific approach to mastery. His learning process is methodical and intentional. Curated resources. He collects everything of value: technical manuals, obscure research papers, historical texts, and expert lectures. He does not rely on mainstream information, but seeks out the most comprehensive and unfiltered knowledge available. Spaced repetition. He understands how memory works and uses advanced learning techniques, reinforcing concepts over time to ensure permanent retention. Incremental tracking. Instead of mindless practice, he keeps detailed progress logs, analyzing strengths and weaknesses, setting micro goals, and refining his approach. Depth over breadth. He prioritizes mastery of fundamentals before moving on to advanced concepts. He doesn't chase superficial expertise in multiple fields. He masters one before tackling the next. This pursuit of knowledge often happens in complete solitude. While others study in groups or seek validation from peers, the Sigma retreats to quiet, undisturbed spaces. His laboratory for intellectual alchemy is a silent room at odd hours, where distractions cease and true learning begins. Through this relentless, unobserved repetition, the Sigma transforms raw information into an unshakable skill set. His mastery is not for external recognition, but for himself, because for him, the pursuit of excellence is its own reward. 2. The science of self-experimentation. Life as a personal laboratory. Sigma males view self-improvement not as a vague ambition, but as an ongoing scientific process. They treat their daily lives as a continuous series of controlled experiments, testing and refining different aspects of their existence. Where most people rely on conventional wisdom or external validation to shape their habits, Sigmas trust only data and first-hand experience. Every day presents an opportunity to test new hypotheses about productivity, cognitive performance, physical health, and emotional regulation. For Sigma, life itself is a perpetual research project, one where he is both the scientist and the subject. Whether it's optimizing his diet, refining his sleep cycle, or fine-tuning his mental focus, he approaches each challenge with an empirical mindset, seeking what truly works rather than what is commonly accepted. Quantified self-movement exemplars. Sigma males often take inspiration from the quantified self-movement, meticulously tracking various aspects of their lives to identify patterns and optimize their performance. Their self-experimentation often includes time logs, monitoring energy fluctuations throughout the day to pinpoint peak productivity hours, nutritional journals, recording diet choices and their effects on mental clarity, focus, and overall well-being, skill acquisition graphs, tracking the rate at which they develop new skills, measuring progress against set benchmarks, sleep quality assessments, correlating different sleep patterns with cognitive function, mood, and physical recovery. This rigorous data collection helps them refine their habits with precision. While most people make vague assumptions about what works for them, a Sigma has hard evidence guiding his decisions. Iterative refinement process. Failure is not a setback for a Sigma. It's data. If an experiment doesn't yield the expected results, it isn't seen as a failure, but as a valuable insight for refinement. A productivity method that didn't work isn't discarded outright. It's tweaked, restructured, and tested again. A workout routine that produced suboptimal results isn't abandoned. It's analyzed for weaknesses and adjusted accordingly. This trial and error methodology happens in complete privacy. Unlike those who seek public validation for their self-improvement journey, a Sigma doesn't broadcast his process. He fine-tunes his approach quietly, continuously evolving without external interference. Over time, this relentless cycle of experimentation and optimization turns him into a highly efficient, adaptable, and self-sufficient individual. 3. Uninhibited physical comfort. The paradox of public composure versus private ease. In public, Sigma males exude controlled composure. Their body language is measured, their posture deliberate, and their movements minimal, designed to project confidence while avoiding unnecessary attention. They are naturally reserved, maintaining a composed and socially strategic physical presence. However, once alone, a different side emerges. Freed from the invisible constraints of social observation, Sigmas allow themselves a level of physical ease that would seem unusual or even eccentric to outsiders. Their private physicality is unapologetically instinctive, reflecting pure comfort rather than social expectations. The psychology of self-soothing. Sigma males instinctively engage in self-soothing behaviors that help them relax and reset. These behaviors, though seemingly unorthodox, serve essential psychological functions. Hand placement inside waistbands. This subtle grounding technique provides a sense of security and physical stability. Asymmetrical arm positions. Crossing arms in unconventional ways or tucking hands under their arms relieves muscular tension and reduces stress. Unconventional seating arrangements. Sitting with legs propped up, slouching into chairs, or sprawling across furniture optimizes personal comfort rather than adhering to societal expectations of proper posture. These comfort mechanisms are not mindless habits, but deeply rooted self-regulation techniques. While the outside world demands a posture of alertness and restraint, Sigmas create spaces of absolute relaxation where they can decompress without judgment, reclaiming childlike comfort. In these unguarded moments, Sigma males allow themselves to reconnect with fundamental childhood self-soothing mechanisms, the adult equivalent of a security blanket. Whether it's leaning into an unusual sitting position, covering themselves with multiple layers of fabric, or engaging in subtle repetitive movements, these behaviors are not regression but self-preservation. Society conditions men to maintain rigid composure at all times, discouraging any form of physical behavior that appears soft or unrefined. But a Sigma, free from concern about social perception, reclaims his right to comfort. He understands that the ability to relax completely in solitude is a crucial part of sustaining the intense mental and physical energy he exerts in the outside world. For him, true confidence isn't about maintaining a perfect image. It's about knowing when and where to let go. 4. The sacred ritual of musical communion. Music as emotional alchemy. For the Sigma male, music is far more than simple entertainment. It is a transformative emotional experience. While others may casually play music as background noise, a Sigma approaches listening as a deeply intentional and immersive ritual. Music becomes an emotional conduit, a tool for mental calibration, and a catalyst for introspection. Each listening session is curated with precision, not left to chance. A Sigma treats his music like a carefully assembled arsenal, selecting tracks that serve specific purposes, whether to elevate his mood, enhance focus, or provide solace during solitude. In these moments, music is not just sound. It is an extension of his internal world, the curatorial process. Sigma males engage with music deliberately, ensuring that every session aligns with their mental and emotional state. Their listening experience is a ritual defined by intentional genre selection, choosing tracks that match their emotional needs at any given moment, dark, atmospheric sounds for deep thinking, energetic beats for motivation, or classical compositions for introspection. Volume and sonic immersion, adjusting audio levels strategically to create an environment that maximizes engagement, sometimes drowning out the outside world entirely. High-fidelity equipment, using high-quality headphones, vinyl records, or specialized sound systems to ensure full sensory saturation, allowing them to experience music as purely as possible. Every aspect of their listening experience is designed to enhance their emotional and psychological state, making it a highly personal and meditative practice. Therapeutic applications of music. Sigma males harness the power of music to achieve specific mental and emotional effects. Each track serves a function, much like a tool in a craftsman's hands. Upbeat compositions, used to generate surges of motivation and overcome mental inertia. Ambient soundscapes, played during deep cognitive work to enhance focus and block distractions. Nostalgic tracks, used for emotional processing, allowing them to revisit past experiences with clarity. Complex arrangements, engaged to stimulate creativity, helping them break through mental blocks and access higher-level thinking. While others may consume music passively, Sigma males wield it like an instrument of self-mastery, using it to fine-tune their emotions, energy levels, and mental clarity. Uninhibited participation in music. In solitude, Sigma males abandon all restraint when engaging with music. These are rare, unfiltered moments where they allow themselves to experience sound without inhibition. They may air drum intensely to mimic the rhythm of their favorite tracks, sing with abandon, unconcerned with how they sound, move, sway, or even dance, fully immersed in the music's energy. For a typically reserved individual, these moments represent a powerful emotional release. While the outside world sees a composed, strategic thinker, only solitude reveals a Sigma's raw and unguarded engagement with music. 5. The daily debrief, systematic self-reflection. The evening audit ritual. Sigma males approach self-reflection with clinical precision, treating their personal growth as an ongoing optimization project. Each day ends with a structured self-assessment, much like a corporate debriefing session. This ritual isn't about dwelling on regrets. It's about extracting actionable insights to refine future behavior. For a Sigma, self-improvement isn't a vague concept. It's a measured and methodical process where every interaction, decision, and emotional response is examined under a mental microscope. Assessment framework, a detailed review process. Sigma males analyze their day with a structured framework, ensuring that every aspect of their personal and social life undergoes critical evaluation. Their reflection often includes social interactions, reviewing conversations for tone, content, and missed opportunities, analyzing how they navigated different social situations. Decision-making patterns, evaluating the choices made throughout the day, identifying areas for improvement. Emotional triggers and responses, assessing moments where emotions surface unexpectedly, dissecting reactions to understand deeper triggers. Productivity metrics, measuring the effectiveness of their workflow, identifying distractions and inefficiencies. Health and energy fluctuations, tracking diet, exercise, and sleep to fine-tune physical and mental performance. This level of self-analysis removes guesswork from personal growth. While others rely on vague self-awareness, Sigma males operate with quantifiable self-improvement strategies. The growth feedback loop, continuous evolution. Findings from these daily audits don't just sit in a journal. They feed directly into the Sigma's ever-evolving self-optimization process. Each insight influences behavioral adjustments, fine-tuning social strategies and communication styles, skill development priorities, identifying what needs more focus in their learning process, relationship management strategies, determining which connections deserve more investment and which should be distanced, personal protocol refinements, adjusting daily routines, habits, and mental frameworks for maximum efficiency. Over time, this unwavering commitment to self-monitoring creates exponential personal growth. Growth so gradual and subtle that outsiders never see it happening until the results become undeniable. While the world moves through life on autopilot, Sigma males navigate with surgical precision, ensuring that each day is an improvement over the last. 6. Philosophical immersion, the search for foundational truths. Sigma males are naturally inclined toward deep existential inquiry, dedicating significant solitary time to exploring life's fundamental questions. Their pursuit of truth is not a passive intellectual exercise, but a rigorous, structured exploration of meaning. While others may be content with surface-level understanding, Sigmas seek to uncover the core principles that govern existence. They are not easily swayed by societal narratives or conventional wisdom. Instead, they engage in intense philosophical reflection, often challenging widely accepted norms and beliefs. Their intellectual independence drives them to question everything, from morality and ethics to the nature of consciousness and free will. Study modalities, how Sigma males engage with philosophy. Sigma males immerse themselves in philosophical exploration through various methods, ensuring a broad and profound understanding of human nature and reality. Primary source analysis, rather than relying on secondhand interpretations, they study original works by Nietzsche, Camus, Schopenhauer, Kierkegaard, and other great thinkers. Documentary deep dives. They consume in-depth documentaries that examine history, psychology, and existential themes to gain deeper insights into human behavior. Comparative religion studies. Sigma males analyze various religious and spiritual traditions, not necessarily for faith, but to understand different worldviews and moral frameworks. Thought experiment exercises. They engage in abstract problem solving, considering paradoxes and hypothetical scenarios that test their reasoning and push their intellectual boundaries. Practical integration, applying philosophy to daily life. Unlike armchair philosophers who ponder but never apply, Sigma males integrate their philosophical discoveries into their daily existence. Their insights directly shape ethical frameworks, defining personal codes of honor and morality based on rational analysis rather than blind tradition. Life prioritization, determining what truly matters in the grand scheme of life and eliminating distractions. Crisis preparedness, developing mental resilience by anticipating and accepting life's uncertainties. Relationship valuations, evaluating connections based on depth, meaning, and authenticity rather than social expectations. This philosophical foundation provides stability amidst the chaos of the external world, allowing Sigmas to maintain a detached, objective approach to life, while others react emotionally to shifting circumstances. 7. The art of self-dialogue, the power of internal conversation. Society often views talking to oneself as strange or unnatural, but Sigma males reject this stigma. For them, self-dialogue is an essential cognitive tool, used not as an escape, but as a method of deep thinking, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. Their minds are their most trusted companions, and they actively cultivate the ability to engage in meaningful conversations with themselves. Sigma males normalize internal discussion, recognizing that it enhances clarity, decision-making, and self-awareness. Rather than seeking external validation for every thought, they refine their perspectives through structured introspection and inner debate. Functional applications. Why Sigma males talk to themselves. Self-dialogue serves specific, practical purposes in a Sigma's life. Problem-solving complex challenges. Talking through difficult scenarios aloud helps break them down into logical steps. Rehearsing difficult discussions. Before engaging in an important conversation, Sigmas will mentally or vocally simulate possible outcomes, ensuring they remain composed and prepared. Processing emotional experiences. Instead of suppressing emotions, they analyze and articulate their feelings privately, allowing them to understand and regulate their responses, generating creative ideas. Many of their best insights and innovations emerge from unstructured internal dialogue, where thoughts flow freely without social constraints. The Sartrean influence, self-sufficiency through internal dialogue. Inspired by existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, Sigma males see the ability to be one's own best company as a sign of true self-awareness. Unlike those who constantly seek external validation or distraction, Sigmas find solace, stimulation, and even amusement within their own minds. This deep relationship with oneself serves as a safeguard against loneliness. Sigma males are never truly alone because they have mastered the art of self-conversation. 8. Unbridled passion expression. The private enthusiasm paradox. Publicly, Sigma males often exude a composed, unshakable presence, displaying little emotion and maintaining a stoic demeanor. However, their private world tells a different story. When alone, their passions erupt in full force, revealing a level of intensity and enthusiasm that few ever witness. Solitude is where Sigma males unleash their creative energy, allowing themselves to fully immerse in their interests without the fear of judgment. These moments of unfiltered expression serve as an emotional release, balancing their otherwise reserved nature. Manifestation examples. How Sigma males express their passion in solitude. Unlike those who perform for attention, Sigma males engage in their passions purely for personal fulfillment. Their enthusiasm manifests in ways such as impromptu musical performances. They might pick up an instrument and lose themselves in melodies, whether it's playing guitar, piano, or even drumming on a desk. Detailed model building sessions. Whether it's assembling intricate models, working on a mechanical project, or coding a complex program, they pour themselves into detail-oriented tasks. Spontaneous creative writing bursts. With no audience in mind, they write poetry, stories, or philosophical reflections, channeling their thoughts into written form. Technical project immersion. They might spend hours designing, engineering, or perfecting a skill driven by a relentless curiosity. The psychological importance of private passion expression. This unfiltered, solitary enthusiasm plays a critical role in maintaining their mental and emotional equilibrium. Maintains emotional equilibrium. By expressing their passions freely in private, they prevent emotional stagnation, preserves authentic identity. Their private world is where they can fully be themselves without conforming to social expectations. Fuels motivation reserves. Engaging in these activities recharges their drive, ensuring they stay sharp and energized. Counteracts social masking effects. Since Sigma males often suppress emotions in public, their private passion moments act as an antidote to prolonged social detachment. Ultimately, this hidden world of unbridled passion and creative immersion is what keeps Sigma males grounded, fulfilled, and constantly evolving. While their outward persona may seem calculated and detached, their private reality is one of depth, vibrancy, and unrelenting curiosity. Conclusion: the power of unobserved development. The Sigma male's true strength emerges from this rich private world. Their public persona represents merely the visible fraction of a vast iceberg of solitary development. While others perform growth for social validation, Sigmas accumulate competence quietly, making their eventual demonstration of ability seem almost magical to observers. This self-contained development model offers profound advantages: immunity to trendy but shallow pursuits, freedom from performative exhaustion, authentic skill accumulation, genuine self-knowledge. In an era of curated social media personas and public posturing, the Sigma male's commitment to private mastery stands as a quiet rebellion against superficiality. Their example reminds us that the most substantial personal growth often occurs where no one can see it, in the sacred solitude of focused self-evolution. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.